Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Now this is second part. Actually, there was it was going to be one complete lecture, but there was an interruption, so I couldn't continue. So this one is we were discussing direct method versus audiolingual method, and uh, pronunciation is stressed. Yes, focus is on pronunciation. Vocabulary is severely limited because in initial stages they do not focus on vocabulary. Vocabulary is very much limited and very you can say easy words they are taught to the students, and a lot of effort is done to on the students that they should avoid mistakes, errors, not mistakes but errors. Or there is a difference between mistake and error. Mistake is something that you are doing that you know about it, but you have by chance you have written or spoken incorrect. But error means that you don't know the real thing, like you are not well aware from the real knowledge of something. You don't have any knowledge of it, and that is called errors. So errors are avoided. The teacher must be proficient, and definitely in structure and vocabulary he should be very efficient. So errors and mistakes, if someone is making an error, it means that he doesn't have knowledge of that particular topic. And if someone is making mistake, it means that he has knowledge, but by chance he has made a mistake. Now the next one is the grammar translation method, and grammar translation method is you can say one of the traditional kind of method. And to understand this grammar translation method, you can get an example of Pakistani schools, colleges, universities. Wherever English is taught, there is a class of English, but the teacher is translating it, and the teacher is using Urdu language to teach it, teach this language, teach language translation. So the focus that the students and the teachers, they use mother tongue. They do not use target language. The teacher hardly use any sentence of English, but they use sentences instead of they try to translate it into the mother tongue. So translation is done, and the focus is also on the translation of the students. The focus is also on the uh, translation. Sorry, there was again an interruption. So it is the students, they are taught how to translate language appropriately. For instance, if you recall your metric class, your FSC class, your teachers, they never in English, when there was a lecture of English, they never taught you how to speak, and uh, they would never have spoken English language within the classroom. But instead, what their focus used to be to teach you the translation, to tell you everything by translation. So this is called grammar translation method. Like they are giving you lessons to cram it, to memorize it again and again, but a very little focus is done on spoken and listening skills, but all the focus is done on accuracy. Because when your written paper is there, if there is a mistake of comma, full stop, s or es, your marks are deducted. So your focus is on the extreme, or you can say perfect accuracy of grammar. Your focus is not on spoken skills or listening skills or improving some skills. And for that, the students, they the best way is to cram. So grammar translation method is translating language into your mother tongue, and then the teacher uses mother tongue in the classroom to teach English language or any other target language. And then uh, they have ability to translate text. Yes, teacher assert their authority, and yes, in grammar translation method, the teachers, they have lot of authority. And this, I think, Pakistani students, they know it very better. Our teachers, they are always authoritative. They do not let the students to interfere what they are saying. And if someone stops them and interferes them, then the troubles are there. I mean, everyone knows about it. So the learners need to be able to read the literature. Yes, they read it, and they increase their vocabulary, they focus on their grammar, and they never focus on listening, and they never focus on speaking, and they do not focus on creative writing also. Their focus is not on creative writing, their focus is only on something which has been given to them. In Pakistani context, I'm talking. Otherwise, even if we have not applied grammar translation method in Pakistani context. If we apply GTM exactly as it is, then even then it can give us some results. But the situation in our area, it's very critical. Then it is said that the literary language is superior to the spoken language. When grammar translation method is applied in a classroom, every student and the teacher, they come in class with the focus that the written language, the literary language is superior, it has more value, and the spoken language, it is inferior. It doesn't have any value. So this, with this mindset they enter into the class, which is definitely not good for learning a language. Then focus is on accuracy, not fluency. I have already discussed. Errors are corrected if someone is making an error. The teacher, unless and until the students they learn how to avoid that error, the teacher will not move forward. And learners should memorize vocabulary, and definitely they memorize the vocabulary and according to their dictionary meanings. So this is all about these methods. And there is another method, that is ELT, English language teaching. English language teaching is actually a method which is applied in different countries to teach the non-native speakers. Like we are non-English native speakers, so through British Council in Pakistan, many students they apply for British visa, Australian visa, Canada, New Zealand. When they want to go there, they have to appear in IELTS, international English language testing, something like that. So they appear there, and they that test is taken by the British Council. So English language teaching uh, is taught in non-native countries through different NGOs and through different these kind of British Council. And British Council is having a wide network all over the world in non-English speaking countries, where they are facilitating the students and they are teaching them the skills. So this is all about these methods. Now let's discuss that why all these methods are same. How can we say that these methods are similar to each other? How they are interlinked with each other? When we say these all methods are interlinked, keep in your mind one thing: the purpose of all these methods is to teach the target language. Either one skill, either the second skill, third or the fourth skill, or the fourth together, or focus on the grammar or not on the grammar, focus on the listening, focus on writing, focus on speaking. But the purpose is to teach the skills of the grammar. That is why all these methods they are applied to teach English language, second language, English language. And the objective is to teach students the skills of the language. That is why these all the methods they are similar. So that is the end of the lecture.